So you guys know that of all the My Little Pony relationships to exist out there, there's only a handful that are canon or true to the actual show. People ship everything ever, but there's only a few, I'm sorry. This show is about friendship, not your creepy ships. I don't want to read your Boulder and Tom fanfiction, get it out of my face.
I'm just reading it now, it's unbelievable.
Spike and Rarity is a canon one-sided relationship, the only one that I'm aware of. Spike has had a crush on Rarity ever since the very first episode, almost 10 years ago. Oh my god. And nothing's really ever happened with it. The closest we probably came is that one episode where Spike turns into a giant dragon and almost admits to Rarity to her face that he has a crush on her, and then Rarity stops him, and then nothing after that ever happens. I thought eventually we were going to touch on this in a more serious light, like the complications that might arise from an out-of-species relationship, kind of like Goliath and Elisa. You know, from Gargoyles, from the 90s. Yay, nostalgia. I was at least expecting a heartfelt talk one time where Rarity's like, Spike, you're too young for me, maybe when you're older. And then Spike gets his wings, and then Rarity's like, okay, I guess you're old enough, let's go make out. That would have been nice. Instead, we got this episode. It's a doozy. No, I don't mean that in a good way. It's bad, is what I'm saying. Rarity, in her 9 years and 9 seasons of established character development and having a business, and multiple other instances of maturity, has to get super jealous that the kid who carries her gems sometimes might have a crush on someone else. Why does Spike never crush on dragons, yo? I guess he's into foreign chicks. Anyway, this episode's kinda stupid. So Rarity enters the castle and wants Spike to notice her. Spike is not interested. He's writing a secret letter to someone, and he's gotta send it via the mail. Don't worry, Rarity. I know it's hard when your senpai doesn't notice you too.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo! So do we.
Rarity's sad about this, but has Applejack fill in her for the first initial gem quest. I like how Applejack is the main replacement. That's fitting. Background pony. Rarity appeals to Twilight and is then convinced she did something wrong, and that's why Spike isn't showering her with attention. She makes a big epic apology for no reason, hoping that will help her case and make Spike wait on her hand and feet again, or hoof, or whatever. Spike is confused by all this, seeing that there's not an actual problem, and continues his day with Gabby anyway. It just seems like he wants to spend time with other magical people than Rarity, which she can't handle. Rarity's other friends continue to help her in Spike's place, but that isn't the problem, and she treats them like garbage because they're not Spike. Jesus Christ. It gets to the point where she tries to wake Spike up in the middle of the night on his bed, and she's excited, and he's like, nah. Spike, what are you doing? Come on, Spike, are you kidding me? Anyway, that kind of works, and they have a fun day collecting gems. But as soon as Gabby's back in the picture, Rarity has already started planning a Comic-Con day thing to distract Spike, leaving him to cancel on Gabby again. The third day, even though he wants to rest, guess who shows up to play board games? If I were Spike at this point, I'd just be really tired of social interaction and kick her out, and go under the bed and eat my chocolate, and not see the sun. Relaxing alone together doesn't really help with over-social stimulation, especially when that's the person you've been hanging out with the whole time.
I done the math. Checks out.
Gabby finds them and assumes the worst, thinking that Spike's avoiding her. This causes Spike to feel like crap. Looks like it's up to Rarity to own up to her selfishness and fix this mess. Well, after it seems to have fixed itself. Wow, this is forced. Then the episode's over. Thanks, see ya. This episode is subpar because it treats Rarity like a selfish, vain, annoying horse that is only out for other people's attention. And for the last episode featuring her, that's not right, yo. She's a strong, independent entrepreneur that's the element of generosity, for Christ's sake. And I get that we need closure for this issue, but I feel like a much more natural plot could have worked much better. Maybe something about how Spike's impending responsibilities might make it hard to see Rarity again, and he's still not sure that she feels the same way, but honest conversation, what are those?
What are those?
It seems like the staff didn't really have a clear end goal for this pairing, which is frustrating for a relationship that gets so much potential. Even when Spike is about to admit how he feels in secret of my excess, I thought that Rarity knowing would go somewhere, maybe have like a Wendy and Dipper moment of acknowledgement where Rarity encourages Spike to do something or focus that energy onto something else. I do feel bad for shippers that were hoping something was going to happen between these two, But this is just an awkward way to handle such a build-up. Spike grows up, shrug, says the show, he likes other creatures, leaving Rarity confused and prone to act like a jerk to get his attention. It's disappointing. At least we got some more focus on Gabby, and seeing her friendship is pretty cute.
Nice to meet ya!
That's cute. You're cute.
And that's all, folks, except it's not time for the ending gag.
She's a maniac on the floor.
Uh-oh. I've seen enough anime to know where this is going.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. Click here to subscribe, we really appreciate it. Don't forget to turn your notifications on to get notified every time we make a new video. Click here to check out the main collaborator for the video, usually the editor. Click here to check out our video playlist for this video, where you'll find similar videos that you might just like, hopefully. There's also a credit scroll here where you can check out all the other awesome contributors. All their info is in the description. That's all I gotta say, KPOA!